This is exposing my rurality in the city. Good morning, good morning. Hoi, hoi. Hoi, hoi, Premier Lisufi, hoi, hoi. Hoi, hoi, MEC Dialetabela, hoi, hoi. Good morning to everyone. We're trying to start the proceedings, and obviously we are behind. We, as Africans, start by apologizing for being late. The Premier had called our political head to deal with matters that were unavoidable, but we had tried to be here as well. First, let's start with a song and ask the higher powers to be with us. Let's start with a song, and we will ask Bishop Nkosani to come and share and ask for all of us. Bishop Nkosani, please come closer.
With our heads bowed down, let us pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, Holy
Usisileleni Afrika, nalupakanisu bonolayo, izayimithana soyetu, usisilelena thina, lusapolayo, Murena buluka sechama saesu, ukalise nitwale maswege, usibuluke, sechama saesu, sechama sa, South Africa, South Africa. Together and united we shall stand. Let us live as one nation in South Africa.
Please be seated. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bishop Kasane, on behalf of all men and women of our Creator, for asking for us. Thanks for everyone for being here. Let's ask Councillor Mampuru to come and welcome us. Councillor Mampuru.
Ke a leboga mswara marapo molekgotla phetiši wa dinamelwa le ditsela mo go la Gauteng boetapele jwa dikereke bo bolego le rena ka mo tenteng boetapele jwa dinamelwa bo bonago le rena mo le thego ya bona boetapele jwa bašomi ba rona le rena mo re re madume a boruthuši a wa lebišitše go lena re ala dong re tlile ke molekgotla phetiši go tlo thakgolla le go parara la Easter Road Safety Campaign. Re re molaetša o le gore wa kwa letšatši o tlo re fa ona o ska felela fela mo tenteng mo o fihlele mo ba tlo go swara leeto ba ya different provinces gore ba kgone go fihla ba bolokegile maphelo a bona a botege ba kgone go bua e le gore a go na le dikotsi tše di diragalang mo tseleng molekgotla phetiši gore re tlile mo go tlo thetša lena le ba e le gore ba na le maswanedi a go tlo bolela le rona ka moka mo tenteng re re molaetša wa gago o fihle ditsebeng tša ba e le gore ba swanetše gore ba kwe molaetša o bohlokwa o gore re lote maphelo ke a leboga
Lehofi means you can clap your hands or bow your head in acknowledgement of wonderful welcomes by our public representative where we are this Ward 60. We now ask MMC for transport in the city of Tshwane, MMC Matere or her representative if delegated. MMC Matere. In her absence, I think the councillor, thank you. You might have wittingly or unwittingly covered all the public representatives from the city of Tshwane as the host city. Thank you very much, councillor. Now we want to acknowledge all of you who have graced this auspicious occasion. The first stakeholder we want to acknowledge is our esteemed leadership and members of the taxi industry, Santaco, GNTA, Sabua, Jets, e-hailing, Sawit. These are all the stakeholders in the public transport who are working with the Department of Roads and Transport in Gauteng. We welcome you and others who fall in these categories, meter taxis, buses, coaches. I think they are all under SABOA. Some are members, some are not members. But that category of public transport in its entirety, we wish to welcome you here. The other category is the Freight Industry Road Freight Association. You are welcome. The other is government entities, our colleagues, our entities, the board members of board members of PRASA, Metro Rail, RTMCs, and other entities of government. All of you who are here, we welcome you. The other category is private vehicle testing stations. All members and operators in the VTS sector, you are all welcome. The other category is the driving schools. All of you who are teaching all of us how to behave and be safe when we use the roads, we appreciate you. The other category is cyclists. All of you who cycle, we welcome you. And those who do motorbikes. The Commuter Association is very important stakeholder. We appreciate your presence, all of you. The Gauteng women in construction and the women in transport, we welcome you. Those who are in the supply chain of the value chain of transportation, especially for the road and freight, we welcome you. The labor unions, COSATU, SATAU, and others, we welcome you. The progressive structures associated with the ruling party, the Women's League, SANCO, the inner city leadership of the Parliamentary Constituency Office, the Youth League, the SACP, you are all welcomed, and we're happy that you have graced the Council of Churches, the traditional healers. We welcome you under your association, all of you, and most importantly, the stakeholder of hawkers, those of us who walk and some are victims of accidents. Walking is the first mode of transport, my argument for today. But I see it's not listed here. So walking so that we can have more pavements for hawkers and we can avoid pedestrian accidents. We must recognize hawkers because all of us have walked before and most of us continue to walk either as a sport or as a mode of transport. So welcome to hawkers, all of you. And walking is healthier, so let's promote it today. Leave your car, park it, and be a pedestrian for 2 hours per day and time yourself if you can. So all of you, please feel at home. Dimtla di bo filwe, dimtla tsa mo toropong ke batho sometimes. So when you explain this idiom, re ra hore a hona motho o tla o tshwenyang. Eba o tshwenya o tle mo nna ntatemoholo o betha bana, I'll sort them out. But dimtla will feel welcome home. If anyone you feel uncomfortable, let me know. We have our subs colleagues here. They will assist me to discipline everyone. And I must welcome you as well as part of the government categories. On behalf of the head of department and his esteemed management who have asked me to run this program, you are all welcome. HOD, I can't welcome you to your own event, but I ask you to come forward to make a statement of purpose.
Thank you very much, Program Director Benito. Good morning. All protocol observed, but I think it's important to greet the MEC of the department, Mr. Kidibodi Diale Tabela, the chair of the portfolio committee present, the councillors that are with us today, other stakeholders that are with us, particularly the taxi industry at a provincial level. Thank you very much for always supporting us. Since this week, it has been a busy week for you, particularly the taxi industry. Thank you very much. Also our own government entities, particularly PRASA. We are the place where we are now, and thank you very much for offering this free of charge to the department and to government, and our RTMC for support, Gauteng, which is our rail agency in Gauteng, and all other entities, private sector that is here, the civil society, the party political groups that are here, and also members of the media, senior management, and all people of Tshwane and Gauteng. Thank you very much. I think the purpose, Chair, it's a very short one, is basically to deal with why we are here. Why we are here, the MEC has decided in partnership with the provincial government led by the Premier to come and intensify the intervention of ensuring that as we begin our holy weekend, and I'm happy that the Bishop is here, so he started it well for us who are Christians. Thank you very much, Bishop. We drive safely. For those that are not observing this holy weekend, they enjoy in a more peaceful manner, and also observing our roads, ensuring that our road regulations, the rules of the game, as you studied and pass your license, your driver's license and your learner license, it gave you the rules of the game on how we behave on our roads. MC has decided to intensify that, and it's not only here, and it's not only today. She started last year. Today it's about intensification, but it's important that Benito, the program director, you are saying that part of your advocacy is the walking mode of transport, and we are saying it goes two ways. Our road users, when you form of those that are walking, the pedestrians must observe, and the motorist has got a bigger responsibility because they are licensed. They are different to a person walking who might not necessarily license. You understand the rules of the game. Even when the person is breaking the rules, we as licensed people, we observe the law and protect our pedestrians. Our numbers are very high in terms of fatalities on pedestrians. It's important that we assist them. Whether they are form of water and other modes of water, it doesn't matter. Let's protect them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, HOD Dr. Mdadani, for the wonderful word. Dr. Tulani Mdadani, head of the Department of Roads and Transport, the administrative head, the accounting officer of the department. We now want to introduce some of the guests who are here, just as a gesture of acknowledgement further to the stakeholders that we acknowledge. The chief whip of the city, the regional whip, the city of Tshwane, are you here? Councillor Maluleke, are you here? Oh, we acknowledge him in absentia. I'm sure he'll join us late. The management of the PCO, the Parliamentary Constituency Office, are you here? Can you stand up, those who are here? You are welcome, thank you. The representatives of PRASA, Mr. Edward Serekele, welcome, sir. We also want to acknowledge Mayor Lillian Mufokeng from PRASA as well. Welcome, ma'am, we acknowledged you. The leadership of GETS, welcome, Mayor. The leadership of Santaco, Welcome, sirs. The leadership of GNTA. Welcome, Nobala. And representatives of the e-hailing services. The leadership of the e-hailing that is here. Welcome, sir. A representative of SAIA, Utate Tsotetsi, are you here? Okay, me Tsotetsi. Intshwarele mme, ra ho bona. The provincial secretary of BMF, Kosatu, Satau, Liteng, Borrele bomme, ra le bona. Oi, oi. Now, ha se go re a kgetholla, because the constitution obliges us not to discriminate. Ha ke sa o bitsa o ska kwata ke a kgopela se ka bomo. Ba mphile ntho e seqepezana hore ke ba le ba bang. And a se ka bomo, they don't want to discriminate. I know that. But we see you, we're happy, we see the smiles. Oi, oi to the smiles, oi, oi. Let's all be happy. Now we're going to ask our esteemed chairperson of the portfolio committee, Mr. Gregory Skiman. Yeah, but before that, I'm advised that all of you I've called actually have to give a message of support. So you have to say something, 2 minutes. That's how generous Seheri is. Please come, let's go in that order. Mekele Jacobs from the PCO management, let's start with you. I'm sorry, the mic forces us to be here, so please let's run that way.
Ke a leboga Moswara Marapo. Greetings, festive greetings, and all protocol observed, but also observing the presence of our MEC. Let me also start by saying, ke eme mo boratong ba boetapele and my political principles, ba PCO Pretoria Central. MEC, they could not be here. Your counterpart, MPL Motara, is also involved in other programs. And the MP Pismabe is also involved in Cape Town, other programs as well. If elaban tumile mobaratong ba PCO, the message at Pretoria Central PCO MEC, Pretoria Central PCO supports your Easter Road Safety Awareness Campaign. Renale lena, ebile re rumeng, mo re swanetse go rumiwa gona. As one of your essential stakeholders, we want to also take this opportunity, MEC, to encourage and to support your values of respect on the roads. Respect that must be brought by the drivers, respect that must be brought by the passengers, respect that must be brought also by the pedestrians and everyone that uses our roads, particularly here in the inner city of Tshwane. Re bolela gape re re, a re shereng tsela. Let all the road users, particularly the drivers, let's share the roads and ensure gore safety ya maphelo a wo mongwe le wo mongwe wa shumishang ditsela tšeki is our responsibility. Re na le maikarabelo go kgonthišiša gore motho yo mongwe le yo mongwe wa shumishang ditsela re a mmaballa ka responsibility. Thank you to the Department of Transport for your continuous and consistent programs of awareness on our roads. And as PCO Pretoria Central, we are saying we pledge together with you. We are going to work together with you, and we are also going to put the weight forward to all our road users around the city. A re fihleng re phela, ke a leboga.
Re a leboga Mme Jacobs for the wonderful message of support. Re tlo kopa Prasa, Mr. Edward Serekele, please come offer your message of support.
Thobela motshwara marapo, dumelang. In the interest of time, let me take this opportunity and greet our beloved MEC, MC Riadumedisha. And we would like to take this opportunity and observe the protocol that is already established here in the interest of time. On behalf of PRASA MEC, we are here to commit and pledge our support to the safety campaign messages. As one of your key stakeholder, safety to us is non-negotiable. As a matter of fact, MEC, we run an annual program of safety campaign of Us Pepe. And we drive the message of Us Pepe to our workers, to the millions of our passengers and commuters who are using any of our modes of transport, be in the trains, be in the buses. We say Us Pepe. Particularly this Easter MMEC, we run a safety campaign on the road because we also drive Autopex, which is operating buses, city to city, and Translugs. We run a safety campaign with this message, behind the wheel. And through this message, MEC, we say when we are behind the wheel, we pledge to be a responsible road user. When we are on the road this Easter, MEC, we will not drink and drive. We will not text and drive. We pledge to obey the rules of the road at all times. Most importantly, MEC, we pledge to respect your passengers that we are transporting out of Gauteng to all of their destiny. And to our fellow stakeholders, we pledge to be courteous to our fellow road users. With this simple message, MEC, we say, As Pepe, let us all be safe as we arrive and alive this Easter peak. Raleboga, MEC.
Hoi, hoi, Prasa, hoi, hoi. Can we now ask the Ntate Podile from RTMC for a message of support? Ntate Podile. Asking Terena Yashiana, Ntate Tsepotile, so Gauteng is first. Welcome, CEO of Gauteng. Also, we want to acknowledge Taxi Choice in our midst. Me le bontate ba Taxi Choice, le kaema. Welcome, thank you. Let's now ask the Gauteng taxi industry. Re tla simolla ka Santiago, re bitse Chairman Midday Mali to come offer a message of support. We can clap for Chairman.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Hoi, hoi, MEC of Logistics and Transport. Hoi, hoi. Hashtag Fatela, hashtag Fatela. Thank you very much, Program Director. As we prepare for the upcoming Easter holiday, I'm compelled to emphasize the utmost importance of safety in all our transportation endeavors. With roads expected to be bustling with travelers, it is incumbent upon us to prioritize safety above all else. Safety is quite important. batho ba bo rona ba tlowe ba phela ba fihle ba phela. I'm wholeheartedly endorsing the Fatela campaign led by the MEC of Transport, Ms. Diale Tlabela, recognizing the critical role it plays promoting awareness, adherence to safety measures during this festive season. Each journey embarked upon during Easter should be coupled with mindfulness, responsibility, where traveling by car to visit families, boarding a plane to explore new destination, to reunite with friends, safety must remain paramount. Let us commit to being vigilant, cautious, abstaining from reckless behaviors, and prioritizing the safety of ourselves and fellow travelers. By rallying behind safety campaigns, including those spearheaded by the MEC of Transport, we can spread awareness, encourage everyone to make sure a top priority. Together, let us ensure that this Easter holiday is not only filled with joy and celebration, but also marked by responsible and secure travelers. With those words, I want to say, as Santaco, we are committed to see our roads being safe, our roads being used by each and everyone who has the right to be on the road. And also we want to see these stats have been counted each and every festive season being reduced to 0%. I thank you, Program Director.
Hoi hoi, Chairman, hoi hoi. Re kopa GNTA, Ntate Pete Mahlangu, message of support. In his absence, oh, he's here, he's here. Yeah. Oh, Ntate Mlalaza. Lalazi, sorry. I'm reading here, so.
Yeah, angibonge mphathi ohlelo. And my MEC imbali yethu, our HOD ophethe umnyango wethu. I stand before here representing Ndlelanhle campaign and customer care, which is 24 hours. MEC, since you walked into this position, we have been reading as the Gauteng National Taxi Alliance, and we have come to the conclusion that whichever school of politics you went to, they did a fantastic job, because your programs and your projects speak to what Ndlelanhle is all about, the safety on the road. As I stand before you here to lend support to Fatela, by the way, it's no longer Fatela, it's now Fatela, Hlokomela, ube nendlelanhle. Fatela, Hlokomela, ube nendlelanhle. That is what we call it in Gauteng now. As I speak to you, we are live streaming on our YouTube page. All our members and drivers are watching it as we speak. So I stand before here to assure you that the Gauteng National Taxi Alliance and all its partners, we will do all we can within our power to ensure that our commuters, the public, and whoever else is on the road bazoba nendlela enhle, because our drivers, our members, our queue marshal, our rank managers have been sensitized to make this Easter holidays a safe one. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Hoi hoi, no bala, hoi hoi. He's the one who's guiding us with Ntate Fres. They always guide us to understand the industry. We thank them. We will always be indebted to their wisdom, together with both chairman ba Santaco le GNTA ra leboha bo ntate ba industry. We want to invite Ntate Pirikisi Prince from the e-hailing services. Are mo welcoming ka lehofi.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Minister, MEC, for inviting us here. And we thank you, leadership from Santaco, also for being here. We, as the last mile of delivery in the taxi industry, we are pledging to Fatela, and we are supporting it in total, that we will be able to deliver people from their point of drinking enjoyment to their destinations at home. We are also pledging as the industry that we will be able to make sure that our drivers are conscious when they are driving passengers from points of interest to their destinations. And we also acknowledge different e-hailing or meter taxi services that we are working together with. We will make sure that we deliver everybody. We've got Shuma, we've got Taxi Ride, we have Uber services and Bolt services as well. So we thank you, Minister. Thank you.
Oi, oi, e-hailing services, oi, oi. It's a new mode of transport. Guys will die if we don't adapt. We now want to invite guests, Matt Sidi Makwela.
Dumelang, our number one host, women, who shows that women can do it, not only men, and protocol observed, and greetings to all the stakeholders. Thank you. I'd like to start by saying, let me tell you something you already know about the world. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, but all depend on us for how we view things, how we make our choices, and how we create, most importantly, to make our roads a safety place and to take care of our infrastructure. I'm standing in front of you representing GETS, known as Gauteng Education Transport Services, that regulates the learner transport throughout the Gauteng province. My message of support is all stakeholders involved in the road, pedestrians, cyclists, motorbikes, cars, buses, trains. Let's take road safety very seriously. Let us say enough is enough with carelessness and negligence of our road users, whether driving or not. We can do it if we commit as partners in unity. Where we come from, we say accidents, it's a zero. We pledged and we committed that the accidents that's happening in the transport of learner transport is coming to an end today. We're bearing those accidents, and we are going to ensure and enforce governments together with our MEC and roads of transport and all the law enforcement, not forgetting the community safety. We're going to make this province a better place to drive in our roads, to make sure our future leaders are safe, and everyone that will be using the transport. All of you that will be traveling starting from today and tomorrow, please have a safe journey, and may the Almighty be the drivers of your cars and reach your destination safely and coming back. Thank you.
Oi, oi, GETS, oi, oi. Can we now invite Saia Leboganso Tetsi? Matsoho.
I'd like to honor the MEC and greetings to all who are here, all protocols observed. As SIA, the insurance industry, we would like to thank the invitation as we honor the lives of those who we insure. Because without these assets, our industry wouldn't be here. And with that in mind, we we support the prayer and all campaigns done by the public sector. And we pledge that we keep on holding hands together to meet that target to reduce all fatalities by 50% in 2030. And as the industry, we say, may today's prayer touch the lives of those who are driving to celebrate with their families. May the blessing ceremony today extend to the public drivers who are carrying breadwinners of many households, that we say the lives of each and everyone on the road is very important to the sustainability of the country and the sustainability of humanity at large. I'd like to also honor the traffic department, law enforcement, visible in every corner. Today, when I was on my way here, I was stuck in a roadblock, and I just wanted to SMS this stuck in roadblocking. And a traffic officer passed and said, hey, beep, 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 move, leave your phone. And I'm very proud of them. So may the spirit that is brought together touch our law enforcers to have the strength to deal with the people out here. And we say together we support Fatela for the betterment of our people, betterment of our economy, and the safety of our road users. Thank you.
Oi, oi, Saya, oi, oi. We now invite Tsepo Mutibanchwa from Satau. Abuti Tsepo. Matsoho.
Amandla, awethu, oi, MEC, oi, MEC, oi, phambili nge-safety, phambili nge-safety, phambili. To the progressive MEC of transport in Gauteng, and all protocol observed. Before I would like to say thank you, MEC, for commanding respect and maintaining order in a male-dominated industry. For that, as Satao this campaign, and re support not only now during the festive holidays, but throughout the whole year. On Tuesday, we had a similar program, but we had it with our drivers because we are organizing the taxi drivers, we are organizing the truck drivers, the bus drivers, the train drivers, every bodo driver, even yourselves, we are organizing you. So we had a meeting, and in that meeting, we were very clear on how we must conduct ourselves on the road. So they are very much aware of what is expected from them, and I can guarantee you now that they will take you from one place to another very safe and sound. But we want to make an appeal, MEC, to the truck drivers, the taxi owners, the e-hailing owners, and everybody, that they must give our drivers cars that are roadways, because our drivers, they are not always on the wrong side, but the tools of trade that they are giving to them, they are not always on point. So we want to appeal to the drivers and everybody who is responsible for the vehicles to make sure that they give people proper vehicles. Even Bome Lilian, the trains must be properly serviced. We don't want trains that are stacking from one destination to another. We also want to appeal to the millions of people that are using transport and that will be leaving Gauteng to other provinces, not only to focus on the road. We also have trains that are fine, present under this regular. They make sure that our trains are fine. Therefore, they can use socialism at a very cheap rate. So let us see other alternatives so that we reduce the traffic and the congestion on the road. So with that, we want to say we support this program as Satao, and we're not only supporting it today, but throughout the whole year. Amandla.
Amandla. I'm copying from him. It's not me. They try to copy Saleko Skolo. We now invite Itumeleng Mavuso. Oi, 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 oi.
Thank you, Program Director, all protocol observed. I'm Itumeleng Mavuso from the Black Management Forum, Young Professionals. And also greetings to all esteemed guests, including the MEC. I think we've been missing one message since the program started. A message of support from young people. I mean, we are all aware, you know, young people will make a lot of mistakes on the road. You know, we indulge in things we shouldn't be doing, and then the next thing we are driving our cars. So the message is clear. Young people, please keep safe, follow all rules of the road. Also ensure that you are a licensed driver. Do not drive a car as long as you know that you do not have a license. And also, parting sentence, it's that, you know, you might be driving the fastest car, but at the end of the day, a car is a car, and as soon as a car loses balance, you will roll and you will, you know, you'll find yourself in trouble. So yeah, thank you. Hashtag Fatela.
Hashtag Fatela. Now, Itumele Mavoso is from BMF's Young Professionals. Our political head is very passionate about youth and women. So it's very encouraging to see youth coming forth to speak in this kind of forums. So we say big up. Let's see more youth, more women doing this. And now we invite the Gauteng women in transport. And I realized they are not here earlier when we wanted to check. So we're going to pass them. Now, now I can introduce myself. My name is Benito Mutitsu. I wanted to introduce all of you first. So thanks for HOD for allowing me to facilitate this session. We now want to call the political head and will request the esteemed chairperson of the portfolio to come and make an input and thereby introducing our esteemed MEC. Remarks by Mr. Gregory Skierman, the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee of Transport and Logistics. Matsoho.
Thank you very much. Hoi hoi, road safety, hoi hoi. Hoi hoi, road safety, hoi hoi. Hashtag Fatela. MEC Kiriboni Diali Klabela, the HOD, Dr. Mdadani, Team Transport, and the entities that report to Transport, GMA and G Fleet, all councillors present, religious leaders present, the Gauteng taxi industry that's present here. It's good to see you all here. The freight industry, Prasa, who's a good friend of the Portfolio Committee, Gauteng Women in Transport, e-hailing services, the ANC Women's League, welcome. It's good to see you all here. The Youth League, our alliance partners, Sanko, COSATU, and the South African Communist Party, military veterans present, and let me greet all other representatives of various organizations that have been invited. And I hope that covers everybody. My name is Greg Schneeman. I'm the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Transport and Logistics in the Gauteng Provincial Legislature. And it's indeed an honor to be here together with the MEC and yourselves. An important occasion. Road safety is the responsibility of all users, whether we are drivers, commuters, cyclists, runners, or walkers. We all are required and expected to obey the rules of the road. And there are rules of the road which we must obey. And on behalf of the Portfolio Committee on Transport and Logistics, which I chair, we want to use this opportunity to call on all users of our roads to obey the rules of the road. They are there for a reason. Let's respect each other.
let's be courteous, and let's remain calm and not allow road rage to take control. On the way here, I traveled on the N14 from where I live, and I must say I was quite shocked and really disturbed at how users of the road were driving. High speeds, dangerous passing, and just not respecting other motorists. And it just really brings it home again, the reason why we need to obey the rules of the road. One of the things that I don't understand, and I think we just need to remind ourselves and get the message out. When we went for our learner's licenses and when we went for our driver's licenses, we would spend ages going through those books, learning the rules of the road, understanding how we are supposed to drive, understanding how we are supposed to respect others on the road. But when we get on the road, we totally forget. It's almost as if it never existed. And I think we need to remind ourselves to stick to the rules of the road, to remember what we learned. Speed kills, and it's better to take a few minutes longer and arrive alive than not arrive at all. Something which we must remember. Something that's close to my heart, and I think the portfolio committees as well. If you come to a robot and for some reason the robot is not working, simple, we treat it as a four-way stop street. And I think that's the message we must get out to all the users of the road. It's a four-way stop. But at the moment, people just drive through, get angry, have accidents, etc. Road safety is not only about driving safely and obeying the rules of the road. It's also about ensuring that the vehicles that we drive are in a roadworthy condition. And too often we see vehicles on our roads that shouldn't be on the roads at all. Quite frankly, I think sometimes the owners of vehicles must take responsibility, whether it be the freight industry, whether it be the bus industry, taxi industry, whether it be motorists ourselves. If it's not roadworthy, the simple rule is don't drive it. So on that note, let me use this opportunity to wish all of those of the Christian faith a very happy Easter and travel safely as you travel to various gatherings around the country. But equally, let us also wish the Muslim community Ramadan Mubarak as they enter the remaining period of the fast. And as I conclude, please make sure when you travel, arrive alive. Thanks very much. And let me also use the opportunity, I forgot, you've called me to order. Let me take this opportunity of introducing the next speaker. I think we all know who she is. But one thing that's been impressive today is that I've heard so many people talking about this dynamic MEC, and I can attest to that. She is a dynamic MEC. And I must say that she's brought about an incredible change and difference in the transport family over the last 18, 19, 20 months. And I sincerely hope, and in a few weeks' time, on 29th of May, I sincerely hope that we are going to allow her and others to continue the good work that they are doing. Let me also say this. I have the opportunity of chairing and leading a portfolio committee that exercises oversight over the Provincial Department of Roads and Transport. And that means we interact, and I personally interact with the MEC on a regular basis. And I just want to say this. I think I probably have one of the best jobs in the legislature because it's an absolute privilege and a joy to exercise that oversight. We interact well, we work well together. Where there are challenges, we raise them, but I can honestly say that together as a portfolio committee with the MEC and with the department, we've seen a remarkable turnaround over the last 18 months. And it gives me great pleasure on that note to call upon MEC Kediboni Diali Klabela to come and address us. MEC Kediboni Diali Klabela.
Thank you very much, Comrade Greg. And good morning to everyone who's here. In Gauteng, when we greet, we say, hoi, hoi. I was surprised that everybody who came to give a message of support here, they all did not say they support our premier, Ntate Panyaza Lesufi. And maybe you must all come back here and declare your support to Ntate Panyaza Lesufi. Thank you very much, Program Director, and good morning to all of us who are here. And I think we tried to apologize to everyone who was in the holding room, but I think it's an opportunity to apologize to all of you. In Gauteng, we start working at 6 o'clock. We don't wear high heels because we must make sure that we deliver services and deliver them speedily. But also, the sound is not good. But also to say that we have committed ourselves to some things. We announce every day on Twitter that we are going to do this, we are going to do this. So we are always pushing deadlines in Gauteng as led by Panyaza Lesufi. And we are happy to tell you that as we end our term, we would have achieved a whole lot of things that we said we are going to do, and we have done them. So please give us a round of applause. So thank you very much for accepting my apology. Let me first greet Bontate Moruti le Bontate Bishop mo. Le bomme ba ba leng teng fa go tla go re tshegetsa mo nakong e. Ka se litere sa etso ke nako ya Paseka. Ga re bine. Ga re letse ke neilwe. Ke se thapelong ya boikotlhao. Ke mo litere o montshonyana. Ke dumedise le bagolo ba rona ba ba mo lefapheng mo secteng ya traditional healers. I see you are here. Ne re ka ba eng ntle le lona le dithapelo tsa lona. Re lebogela your presence here. Ke dumedise gape le others from the faith-based organizations that are here that were not acknowledged. You are all welcomed. Ke dumedise my partners, dinkabi tsa ka. Santago and GNTA. Hoi hoi! Hoi hoi, Gauteng taxi industry, hoi hoi! Thank you very much. Let me also greet the public transport organizations that are here. GETS is Gauteng Education Transport Services. Ga se abo malome. A ke re le ba bitsa malome bontate ba ba tseyang bana ba ba isa sekolong. Go na le bo mmane ka mo. And then we also have the e-hailing services. This MEC stands with the taxi industry in our country and in our province because they are our Black heritage. And it doesn't mean we don't support you as government. We want to make sure that we do things the right way and ensure integration within the public transport sector. So never ever think that I'm prioritizing the Gauteng taxi industry. I am prioritizing them because they are our Black heritage. Let me also greet those who made sure that we are here today. The very important people. The ANC structures that are here. Long live the ANC, long live. Aiboe Tshwane, aiboe. Riaya dikgethong riaya. Thank you very much. Let me also greet the reliable officials of government from the law enforcement agencies to the entities that are assisting us within the public transport. I felt like you are a pastor as you were speaking here. I might be wrong, but it felt like Khubua Murut. But also let me greet the colleagues that I work with in the department and in the entities that we lead as Department of Roads and Transport. The reliable, you know, I believe in prayer. I don't know who knows me very well. I believe in praying. And when we were given this responsibility, my prayer was, God, please give me reliable officials of government so that I'm able to deliver on behalf of people of Gauteng and the ANC that has deployed me. And I'm happy to give this report that they are reliable, as led by my brother here in Tate, Dr. Mdadani, as well as the CEO of Gautrain, Tate Khobe. Mdadani is from KZN, he speaks Zulu. So you know why I appointed him, ne? Go nthusanyana da, go dilo ntsele tsaka. And then Tepo is from Mabopane. So he's from Tshwane. Again, we must make sure that Gauteng is a reflection of all of us. So those are the people, and we also have a representative of youth here in the office of the Premier. He says we owe him, and I've not seen myself receiving any invoice from him. His name is Comrade Vuyole Tusbia. He's representing the young people in the province as part of the Youth Advisory Council to the Premier. I see they always forget to acknowledge your presence, Voy. Maybe you must start wearing suits like them. I saw the provincial commissioner is also represented here by Ntate there. The honorable members who wear blue, who always, when we have troubles, call upon them to come and assist us. Our new provincial commissioner of police is Ntate Mthombe. So I was telling the HOD that every second person in Tshwane speaks Sepedi. Because now and he was like, oh, what is the difference between Sepedi and Setswana? So Karanaki was Sepedi. So thank you very much for gracing us and for joining us. Really, this time is time for Tabe in all corners. And I think in Gauteng, we need Ditapelo tsa lona because we are one of the biggest contributors to road fatalities that happens during long weekends. So our numbers are high. And one of the things that when I interrogate the statistics, I ask, why are the Gauteng numbers high? Is it because we are housing almost 5 national roads as a province? Or is it because we are a youthful province? And the answer is, MEC, is because you are a youthful province. And in numbers, the people who die on our roads are the young, who must be able to take this country forward and grow our economy. So it's important, BMF, that we spread the word on road safety and the word on hashtag Fatela. Fatela, I'm told, is a slang from a 2000. Akere kanako ya bo Ntate Bafana Sibisi, who's in our GMA board, and Khotomaja. I forgot to acknowledge yourselves. My apologies. Lona ne le re le kopana le mosetsana le re eish ke o frasta. So ma 2000 are eish ke o fatela. I care about you. Ba re ke tsele sign ya teng mare eish ke o fatela. So it's I love you, I care about you. And as a provincial government, our message is love yourself enough to take responsibility and to make right decisions. Because your life is not only your own life. So it's not about you, it's about all of us, especially your loved ones, your kids, your parents, because most of those who die on our roads, they are new entrants in the job market. So they don't want to use public transport because Habasa batla 100 rand for. Ba batla gore ba be on their own and be able to play mapiano. And there's this car that they buy. Haiba fits. So we are ba le tlhobore gae. Bomma ba nyaka le fitlha le phela. Gobane bomma have spent all their lives praying for you to make it. So mama, I made it does not mean you must die on N1. Mama, I made it does not mean you must die on N3 and many other national roads that move from outside Gauteng into different provinces, neighbor sharing the border with us. But also the challenge that we have, and according to statistics, is that the biggest contributors are pedestrians. And these pedestrians get hit by cars at night. And in most cases where the accident happened, it's around places of entertainment. Heki bua ka se 2000. Mara he re bua sentle ka language ya rena ya mo hae. Ba ba yang go dithabeneng. So we are really appealing, and when we launched #Fatela in December, we went to places of entertainment throughout our province, and those who are trading liquor to say, help us spread the message, because your patrons are the ones who are dying on our roads, and this will affect your businesses. We also went to the, man, don't do that, man. Kgalemang motho. Tate Penito o ile gore tse ding tse ke batho. So let's make sure that we don't disrupt each other, man. We know you can speak English. So let's make sure that in churches this weekend, we spread the word. Kodi society, we spread the word. At home, we spread the word. They can't be drinking as cousins who have not seen each other for a very long time, and you allow them to leave your house to go to a nightclub, because now they are not going to bury you, you will bury them, and it's the most painful pain. I don't know it, but the parents that have lost their children to accident know it better. It's the most painful one because it always happens when you least expect it. So we are appealing to you as different stakeholders here to assist us. As we are praying, we pray for all the lives, but also Rehopole, Barileng Rabaluza through this road fatalities in our province. We are very grateful that we, as government, have partnered with different faith-based organizations to make sure that we deal with this issue. We are trying to encourage that we should not be reckless. It's a difficult thing. Law enforcement agencies are unable to police what you eat and what you drink because they are not there when you are eating and drinking. So be warned. Don't drink anything that will get you into trouble because they are going to arrest you for the whole long weekend. Again, we can't police what you eat, and also you've got the right to eat and drink what you want. So they will be there on the roads to make sure that they arrest you if you have eaten and drank something that will create problems for us. But also we are alerting you that let's respect the rules, especially those of us who are young. You can't drive at 130 speed on our ways, on our roads, and we request that you really obey the rules and remain alert on our roads. If you feel tired, please rest. And I just want to say to my partners in the public transport sector that thank you very much. Yes, it's true, it had enough gore o kgone go itlhokomela mo tseleng and o tsamaye sentle ndlela ntle. Setse ke itse le Zulu le dithakazelo tsa teng. Bo Mapholoba, bo Shenge. So I'm getting there. So we are just saying, remember the choices we make on the road have far-reaching consequences, and let us embrace the spirit of responsibility, empathy, and solidarity as we navigate the highways and byways during this Easter weekend. This is not just a campaign for long weekends, it's a campaign throughout the year, and all of us must take responsibility on it. Because together, let us ensure that we strive to make sure that every journey is a safe journey, ensuring that joy of the holiday season is not marred by tragedy or loss. So we thank you very much for coming. I know that you want me to speak of many other things and the challenges posed by the public transport industry on all of us. Just yesterday, Patco was burning. And I want to assure you as people of Gauteng that as a department, we are going to take a harsh position towards this bus operator. I thought Saboa will be here today to take this message to their member called Patco that we can no longer afford to lose lives on our roads throughout the country because of bus operators who seem very greedy to make sure that we have proper vehicles on our roads to transport people from one point to another. And I'm saying to the pastors here, please pray for them, not to focus on the profits, but to focus on the lives and the livelihoods of their customers. And to the taxi industry, it's a tough one. I know you are very supportive, but we must silence the guns. You are no longer killing each other, you are killing all of us as the people of Gauteng and as the people who are dependent on your services for us to move to different economic activities. So, unfortunately for you, the premier is Panyaza Lesotho in Gauteng. So when we say we are going to withdraw licenses because you don't want to sit on the table and negotiate and identify and isolate what divides you, you refuse. You're saying, so we are saying to you, this country did not come for free. It came, and we are thankful to our predecessors who, when we were up in arms as Setjhaba sa Rantsho, they said, let's go to the table and negotiate on how do we enter the transition. And that's why we are wanting all of you to make sure that negotiate each and every conflict and dispute that you must have. A gun does not solve problems, it brings more problems for us. And thank you very much. Please don't forget that on the 29th of May, it's really a big day for us people of Gauteng. Akere lona batho ba ko Tshwane la kwata la dula gae ka 2016. And today, 10 years later, you still feel that pain of sitting at home and not going out to vote. Coalition government does not work. But when kamo hae re na le mathata, ha o tlogele lapa wa tsamaya o le mme or o le ntate, it be difficult for you to come back. So we are urging you to go out in your numbers, to go and vote. You've got the right to vote any party. But please note, we are under attack as a black nation. We are under attack as a country. And that's why there's so much money sponsoring individuals that have never led a Sunday school to come and be our presidents. Let us not live to regret. Let us make sure that we retain Panyaza Lesotho to continue the great work he has started on October 2022. A lot still needs to be done. It's not yet Uhuru, Amanda. Thank you very much. Vote the ANC.
Oi, oi, MEC Dialetabela, oi, oi. a ke batle ho mo kopisetsa ka part e nngwe le nka ja mmereko. I have limitations. I don't want to risk the HODs here. But nonetheless, yeah, nonetheless, it's a wonderful message. Let's take it home to all our families that the 29th, it's a citizen duty day. You have to wake up with everyone who's eligible, visit the polls, make your mark. It's your citizen responsibility. And that's a wonderful Realeboha Media Letabela. Mantswe a mantle a hore re itlhokomele ka Easter long weekend. And God be with all of us. Now, this is the end of part 2. From now, we are advised that the honorable political head will take a brief interview. While she'll do that, the councillors of the inner city, the faith-based leaders and ministries who are here, and all of us will allow her to do that and walk with her, with all of us, to go to the distance station. I think we don't know how long it will take, but let's be patient so we can walk together to the station, which is not far from here. So we appeal that while she's doing the interview, the DJ entertain us a bit, and then we can all walk. When we arrive on the other side, it will be prayers, it will be traditional healers, and then all of us will receive blessings. I'll also bless you, so don't miss that moment. I'm also a pastor at night. During the day, I Yazola. At night, I pray very hard, so don't miss my prayer when we get that side. Thank you for smiling, all of you. It's been wonderful to look at all the smiles. I haven't seen a smile for a long time, so I'm surprised there's still so many smiles. But I appreciate it. We know you like Amapiano, but oh, DJ, I'm told you can't play music. There's an interview, so. Khona.